Averaging 13 and 10 rebounds in the series.
And we talked about keeping Parker out of the paint. And back to that story, Tim Duncan, Wake Forest, I was at Stanford. We played him in the NCAA tournament, and we threw 6 big guys at him in fouls. And Mark turns around, that is the turnaround jumper. And that was our way of beating him up and taking away some of his offensive ability, which the Grizzlies have done here in this series.
Parker being shadowed by Conley. High screen by McDyess. The pick and roll, and there goes Duncan drawing the foul, and he will go to the free throw line. Foul on Sam Young, his first.
And they're going to go inside to their big fella, and pick and rolls is what the Spurs live by. Tim Duncan that close to the basket is probably 90%. But on the other end, this is what Mark has been doing tremendously here in this series. Continue shots. Don't let the Spurs off the hook. Continue to get inside the paint against them.
Ginobili with a miss. McDyess. Duncan the only one back against Gasol, and Gasol commits a blocking foul.
Didn't give him anything easy. Force him to go to the free throw line and make 2 free throws. No layups. As you see here, Zebo, no double team. That is what he's become good at. Not just on double team does he make good passes to cutters, but then on the other end, Sam with the lay-in and the defense on the other end.
The rebound, George Hill. Spurs on the regular season averaged about 104 points per game. Gasol, I think, got a hand on it.
He did. And Zebo didn't see that pass coming to him. Now starts to break.
Out of bounds, last touch by Ginobili, but the Spurs a higher scoring unit than they have been in the
paint, trying to use their bigs, run through their bigs, and getting out early to try to score before the defense is set.
Mayo, Conley, Gasol, Randolph, and Sam Young. Conley underneath with 10.4 remaining. 48-42. Can the Grizzlies get one final stop? They do not have a foul to give.
It'll be a big stop here. Big stop.
Parker, dribble penetration, and the Grizzlies don't get it. 2.5 seconds remaining. Mayo, line is a 3. Good if it goes. A little high and left.
I think
he stepped out of bounds with 7/10 of a second. So the Spurs now was. You heard Damon Stoudemire refer to the nail as Randolph goes to work against McDyess. Gasol can't put it back in. There is literally a nail at the center of the free throw line. So when you hear a basketball player or coach refer to the nail, that's what that is.
And that is so that the offensive player sees the defense there, ready for the help. You want to try to discourage the offensive player from trying to continually get to the paint.
Game 4, Grizzlies were down 2 at halftime, a 14-0 run. Big collision, no call either way. Marc Gasol asking David Jones why, no foul. Duncan looking around as well.
And as Coach Holland said, you just got to continue to play. They're going to be fouled. It's going to be physical. You have to continue to play through it all. Execute, force the officials to make foul calls.
And the fact of the matter is this crew has 2 finals veterans on it. And basically they're letting the players determine the outcome of the ball game. First couple of games, it was physical, and pretty much everything was called. Marc Gasol, an offensive rebound. Nice give. Tony Allen with the finish.
And that was because Manu Ginobili tried to go for the steal. Got Zach Randolph out them too many runs here to start off.
Gasol, the hook. It's in. Marc Gasol, a rugged first-half shooting. MVP in 2007. He has the Spurs up 8. Nearing the midway point of the third quarter, Battier is in. Gasol crashes into Duncan, and an offensive foul is the call. Looked like David Jones was going to call block. Ken Mauer called charge.
Yeah, and Ken Mauer took over the call. You see the move here, and I see Tim Duncan going away. I see Marc Gasol going to the basket, and no position set by Timmy.
In this game than I think any other game this series. The lead is back to 6. A feed for Gasol. Yes, and the foul. Oh, what a play by Gasol as Randolph found him with a pretty pass.
And credit Mark with not bringing the ball, not bringing it down, and allowing that to be a foul on the floor. She's all in one motion, takes it up, the hoop and the harm. An opportunity to bring the Grizzlies to within 3 possible without the replay that we have time and time again.
Under 4 to play. Shot clock down to 6. Gasol spots up and puts it in.
Try by Shane there to set up Marc Gasol on the offensive end.
Bonner in the ball game. 3-point stick, as is Jefferson. He misses from 3. Long rebound, George Hill. 3 to play in the third. Parker, the drive, a block, but a foul call. Gasol's foul is his third.
I hope Darrell's okay. I think they rolled into Darrell on that, but you see here Shane, not known for his dribble penetration, gets to the basket, and Marc with the short jumper knocks it down. And then here on the break, after great defense, Sam misses the lay-in, but Darrell continuing to hustle, able to get that tip in. And you see Tony Allen letting them know, get down in the defensive stance, stay low.
It's on game 1, very capable of it. Marc Gasol having a terrific series, guys.
And now guarding Tim Duncan with 10 to shoot. Double team finally comes. Duncan up and under, and Battier swoops in for the rebound. 64 seconds remaining, third quarter. Gasol trailing, flips it up and in. Marc Gasol on the break.
Right on cue, Rob Fisher gives him props. Why not go down and get a bucket on top of it? And the Grizzlies just continue to pour it on, as they did in the third quarter at home.
A little too aggressive on the defense by Gravis Vasquez as he ran into George Hill. Grizzlies will go over the foul limit.
Look at the 7-footer running the court, grabbing the ball, finishing in traffic, doing it all. As Coach Popovich said,
Game 2.
Another one of those unsung heroes that have stepped up. We haven't even talked about, for all of those that haven't watched, this team doing this without Rudy Gay. Great defense there by Marc.
And Sam Young keeps it in play.
Set up offense so he can get Zach inside early on here.
McDyess guarding Randolph gave him a mighty shove. And then the call comes from Ken Mauer. First foul on the Spurs in the quarter.
We've had guys step up all season long. Tony Allen, Sam Young, OJ when he called, and here on the post against Ginobili, Sam did a good job there. And on the other end, defense, they knock it away. Great hustle. 0-4.
Duncan with 11 in the first quarter, only 2 since then. Sam Young steps into a jumper and hits. Sam Young, a clutch young man tonight with 18. His career high is 22.
The unsung hero for the Grizzlies, Sam Young.
Parker left it short, rebound, tapped around, Gasol has it. And McDyess fouls him in backcourt. That's just the 4th San Antonio foul, so non-shooting.
I don't even know what to say about Sam and what he has done the entire season by stepping up, making shots when called upon. 7 of 11 tonight, 18 points, making it.
After the conclusion of game 1 when Shane had the game winner.
No three-pointers here, partner. You got to defend the three-point line as best as possible.
Ginobili blocked by Gasol, but a foul called by Ken Mauer. Ginobili to the line. 4 on Gasol.
They get a chance here to see on this defensive play here. You know Ginobili's going to the basket time and time again, and unless there was something down low.
3. Conley.
Fouled, and they didn't call it.
Sam Young for 3. The rebound, Duncan. Shot clock was down to 4. Grizzlies got to get back. Hill. Spurs within 1. Sam Young got Ginobili in the air. Randolph, 4 to shoot. Zebo over McDyess. It's good! It's good with 1 on the shot clock. Timeout, San Antonio. The Grizzlies by 3.
As Zebo tells the fans, not so quick. Do not give up a three-pointer.
Duncan guarded by Randolph. They take the quick 2 to Ginobili. And Randolph fouled immediately by Bonner.
Great play by the Spurs. To run a play, you thinking that guys will run across the top. Ginobili does a good job faking the run for the handoff and goes to a back door. You see Timmy Duncan grabs at the top. Ginobili starts his run like he's coming to the top. Great back door, great pass.
Now for 3 this possession. Tony Allen. Ball loose. Tony Allen knocked it away. Another deflection. Still deflected. Ginobili steps behind the arc. The three for the tie is in. They're going to review whether it's a 2 or a 3, but Ginobili apparently has tied the game at 95.
We'll get a chance. They're going to look at it. We'll look at it. Even if it is a 3 and it's a tie game, there's 2.2 seconds. The Grizzlies have timeout. They'll be able to advance the ball and move on, run a play from there. But we'll get a chance to see here. That left foot looks very. The left foot looks good. Looks like it may be on the line.
Now remember, the call on the floor is a 3. So they're. Oh yeah, that's a 2.
I still, and the reason why you say it's
view.
Yeah, you see why I say it's a 2 is there. The court, the wood of the court, you would see, and you don't see any of that. Now they go to a huddle again.
It's a 2. It's a 2.
So now we don't have to use our. We can still use our timeout to advance, so you have more room to take the ball out. You don't want to take it out underneath your own basket and risk a turnover score for the Spurs on that end of the court.
Grizzlies call a full timeout with 2.2 seconds remaining and a 1-point lead, 95-94. There's the look. Neal over Mail for the tie. And it appears we are headed to overtime. The ruling will have to be reviewed, but it appears Gary Neal has sent this game to overtime. Clearly good by Gary Neal, the rookie leader in three-point percentage. And we are headed to overtime in San Antonio.
Miscommunication here so far.
Conley, hesitation move, nowhere to go. 5 to shoot. Gasol, 4 to shoot. Got to face up. Mark fades. And Randolph could not get the shot off before the expiration of the shot clock. Spurs ball.
Now the Grizzlies have to foul. See if they go for a steal first and then go for a foul. You have an opportunity, still enough time for you to go for a steal before the foul.
20-second timeout taken by the Spurs. 57.5% in the regular year. He's not been there tonight, and he's only 2 of 5 in the playoffs. Ginobili got a foul. Gasol takes it with 19 seconds remaining. The Grizzlies needing Ginobili to miss one, if not both.
Yeah, I don't know if Zach Randolph. They got a foul again.
Yeah,
they had a foul
to give.
exactly. The one to give. So Zach, as you see Lionel Hollins yelling at Zach, telling him, we got a foul right now. We can't wait. Let's try to extend the game as long as possible.
Yeah, Parker, Ginobili, Hill, McDyess, and Duncan. Gasol to guard the inbounds pass. Spurs up 2. Nearly a steal by Mail, but commits the foul on George Hill. And nominal time run off the clock. So you put Hill on the free throw line. You really don't have much choice. Hill 86% in the regular season, 83% in the series. And perfect tonight, 4 of 4.
So you got to do the best you can. We're trying to deny everybody. And once George Hill came open, O.J. Mayo had no other choice but to foul.
So Lionel Hollins signal for a timeout. The Grizzlies have a full and a 20. And the Spurs have only committed 2 team fouls, so they got 1 to give. Grizzlies call for time, but they are down 4. The Spurs have been pretty much perfect with their execution here. In final seconds, Battier for 3. And we're going back to Memphis. The Spurs in overtime. The final score will not indicate just how close this game was. Manu Ginobili with 33 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals.